never started stream on, I never started stream on Twitch. That's crazy. 27 minutes of this stream will just be forever archived, gone forever, because I can't I can't change that. Well, damn. I'll probably just leave both versions up, honestly, at this point. Anyway, I actually, no. And for anyone on Twitch, this is basically the list of, like, everything I'm watching this season so far and what I might get to. Bro, when I heard this in the anime, bro, that this shit caught me so off guard. Like, no, bro. Just don't say that shit. You just don't say that shit in a school. Oh, it looks like they added an additional scene then. Interesting. Okay. So there was actually an interesting scene that was added then. Cause very randomly, there's this one scene in the episode where instead of going to his mom's car immediately, he actually walks up to a tree and there's a butterfly that ends up like caught in a spider web. So he ends up saving it. And the question that they end up asking Lucy, the girl who tried saving the cat from the tree, what happened is she ends up saying, "Oh, you saved the butterfly." And then what is it? Charlie's like, "No, I just stole the spider's food." Yeah, no, the transition is very random. He just like that makes so much sense cuz when I watched this, I was confused on why he just like turned out of nowhere. Oh, I should probably turn on the subtitles at least. But yeah, he took the food away. Yeah, so I guess that's like an interesting way to like draw like I guess okay. I feel like the question of this anime in particular is balancing between what we view as moral, you know? Cuz like obviously like we humans like we eat animals all the time and yet we criticize things like animal cruelty. So I think that's me. I just think that's interesting that they chose like animal rights activists and they just make them sound like like what is it? Cartoonishly evil, bro. Cuz this is where it loses me a bit. We have the animal activist group that initially like saved Charlie from like the chimpanzee that was dying in the beginning. But then now we have this thing going on where now they're just acting like, "Oh yeah, human life should be sacrificed." I mean, I it's too early for me to say how I feel about it being incorporated. It just well, why are we making the vegans look like terrorists? But yeah, I've only seen the first episode, so that's all I could say on that one. I don't know if I'll continue. It's definitely like I'll say it's above here. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even know what this one's called. I'm kind of curious. Were there like any reviews left on here? Okay. Ayana Koji's personality. What the fuck? This guy is not Ayana Koji. Wait, what? I don't care if it's like 15 seconds or for something that doesn't really matter, like avatars, social media. I will clarify. In the second episode, somewhere there's a scene of a social media reaction on a terrorist attack. Have AI generated avatars on the side. Ooh, that would make sense considering it's Amazon. I mean, if you want to use this background, that's up to you. I would recommend going for something in the third opening of Oshinoko, honestly, because a lot of that's better. That's rough. I don't know. That makes sense because Amazon has been pushing a lot of AI. If that's the case, then I don't know if I would want to watch it because, like, mm, for me, it's like it's not a deal breaker. The deal breaker is like some other things, like the anime isn't that impressive. Like animation wise, it's not that impressive. Um, oh, I forgot I was watching this. Here we go. Watch it all the way. Opening isn't exactly my favorite. Like my favorite. Watch it all the way. Manga. Volume 1. Square Enix. Sure. Also, by the way, for Twitch, because I forgot to turn on the stream for like the last what like 20 minutes, the first 20 minutes. The only other difference in this manga was this girl flipping off this guy. They censor it to thumbs down, thumbs down. All right. Now let's compare this with the first episode. Like here, we'll go to Crunchyroll. So far, I've only seen the first episode. Let me not get copyrighted. Damn, whole minute and 30 seconds right there dedicated to just the one to a couple panels that don't exist. This one panel right here dedicated to 1 minute and 30 minutes. 1 minute and 30 seconds dedicated to this panel. Mm, let me check the TikTok. Hold up. I need to check something really quickly. Whoa, this was not that was not in the that was not in the anime. Okay. Or was it? Maybe it was. Maybe I'm just misremembering. Oh, it was. Okay. It's just like not to that level. Okay. Hold up. Okay. Yeah. To be honest, I I can't exactly tell where this anime is trying to go. It does kind of just feel like slice of life, I guess. No, okay, that surprised me because that like I don't remember anything crazy like that happening in the episode. Like I okay, I don't go crazy when there's a bathhouse scene because that's normal. Like there was a bathhouse scene in Oshinoko, like, but it wasn't crazy, you know. Like it's people take baths. I'm not gonna go crazy over that. It's just the manga had a specific angle that they were doing that caught me off guard because I didn't expect the anime to go that way. I've actually not watched Sailor Moon before. Oh, this is part one. Okay, interesting. I'm actually gonna turn this off just in case I get like a certain type of ad. Why? Okay, I found it on Manga Dad. Why is this okay? Okay, I need to change these settings a bit. Oh, if it's gonna do that every time. Oh wait, no, never mind. Okay, there we go. Right now it is 10:45. Let me make sure. Mm, all right, yeah, this random scene cough. Okay, so they only adapted 2 chapters. I can't say anything for this or this because I didn't watch it. Kansas. Do I talk about it? I don't know if I want to talk about it right now. I don't know if I want to talk about it right now. I don't know if I want to talk about it right now. Okay. So Love is War is an anime. In fact, it is one of my favorite animes of all time. But the anime did something very interesting. Now, did they adjust it for the movie part 1, movie part 2, movie part 3? Is this everything? Has it not been updated? I wouldn't be surprised. Okay. So yeah, no, we're just gonna have to figure this out. Cause it picked out a bunch of this is where it gets confusing because there was an OVA and adapted a bunch of random different chapters for Love is War. They are some of my favorite chapters, but it's confusing to get around. I personally enjoy it. I get why it's controversial, but I think that a lot of people are going overboard by saying that Love is War is ruined. It's just done for. Because if you watch the anime for Love is War, ultimately it feels like it's ended at like the end of The First Kiss Never Ends. Or maybe you did watch this and it's not concluded yet because there is still the original ending. So I think people are just doing that thing where they overreact. I think that Kaguya-sama's fine. I don't think anything's ruined by any means. It does make it a little bit harder to enter the anime, but it's also not impossible to watch. I'm trying to I'm like blanking right now. Oh no, I just spelled it right. Chapters 162. I mean, I okay. This one is pretty easy for me. I do remember just about everything involving. Wait, am I like misremembering this? No, I'm not. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're good. We're good. So it adapted chapters 162. What part of? Never mind. I don't remember. Um, what did it? Okay, let me look at. What is going on with Crunchyroll's website? Why? Yeah, they skip a lot of lore. Jesus. You've been up over Natori is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie, the ending song for Oshinoko is not that great in my opinion. Like it's okay. Like it's all right, you know? It's just probably my least favorite out of like the endings and the openings. Like I remember giving Burning some crap, but like I don't know. Visually, okay, visually Surete Nade, I think that's called. Visuals are definitely an improvement from Burning because Burning was a lot more slow. But Burning was still like slower paced, you know? But I would say with song wise, I prefer Burning. Yeah, this is a part I remember. I didn't remember anything about that last chapter because that was a bunch of lore, and that's like an important thing to keep note of. They did skip a lot of lore related things in the OVA. You prefer like the ending song for Oshinoko season 3 over the opening? Okay, now we go to 190. Like 190, that's already like with a moment where you're like, damn, maybe you shouldn't do that. I guess like the OVA just want to mainly focus on Kaguya and Shirogane. Oh, okay, it's just the wrong chapter. Dude, yeah, no, the VTuber, I'm so glad they took the time. Okay, maybe this is a bit selfish for the sake of like trying to make it understandable for like people who haven't read the manga, but I love the fact that they adapted the VTuber chapter. Oh, I actually own this one. Hold on. I don't know if I'm gonna. Unfortunately, the English cover is not the same like that. This is the first ever manga volume I ever bought. because originally like Hayasaka was my favorite character, and then I switched up. Yeah, so we're gonna go. Oh, this was all the extras. So everything I just looked at was from volume 19. Got it. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. They skipped an entire arc. So then the next one. Yeah, and then it was just the AV. This is the only part where they like actually adapted. Everything else was just like gone. All right. Next is My Hero Vigilantes. Um, okay. Read My Hero Vigilantes. Said chapter 26 or 28. I don't remember. 28. Nope, this is still season 1 stuff. That information's wrong. Where did they get the idea? Yeah, this is really wrong. Okay, there we go. Chapter. So, Vigilante starts at chapter 31. Hmm. So, this is basically all 1-to-1. Nothing different. Maybe like this panel. No, no, this panel was here. Everything here looks very one to one. And I think this is. Oh no, I only watched the first. Okay, that makes sense. So I'm only watching the first episode. Never mind. And then Free Run only has one episode, so it seemed pretty one to one. Yeah, okay. Interesting. So yeah, My Hero Vigilante seems pretty one to one for now. Uh it did say when I was like looking at the Reddit beforehand that apparently it had skipped chapters, so we'll see. Where does rerun? Chapter 60. Oh, really? Chapter 60. That is pretty far in. 60 chapters. Well, then again, nah, because that's 30 chapters for 12. So that I guess that's fair. Mm, do I have to? Yeah, it looks like the author knew that this was going to be where season two started off. Oh, looks like they don't really mention money. It just kind of starts off with the crystals, unless. Let me look at previous chapter? Oh, this is giving me a headache. This is giving me a headache just looking at it. Okay, yeah, that's interesting. So the money thing was just like fuck. The money thing was just not even a thing originally from there, unless they just added it, or unless they just moved the chapter orders around. I guess they make the transition a little more smoother. Wow, and the Stark thing fishing. Oh, so like the entirety of the first 4-ish minutes are just kind of filler. I mean, I guess it makes it look like a lot less random than 4. That's interesting. Montage. There will be no Freerun next week. What a lovely way to end the chapter. Oh, oh, wait, no, this was. I was about to say. Did they talk about that? Okay, no, they did. And I think yeah, that's for the first. Okay, so that was the first 4 minutes. They probably needed to pad it out because like I'm assuming like yeah, obviously there was the opening, the first, and then there was 2 minutes they probably needed to fill in because they filling like the two chapters they adapted were shorter. Um. Okay. So we're getting close. We're getting close. There's how many anime? It's just Tamon B side, you and I, polar opposites, and then Oshinoko. All right. What is this? I'm good. Okay. So I think I remember a decent amount of these. Okay, so I'm caught up with this anime. She does 17. I thought she was like an adult. I'm assuming they probably went and gave more detail to this. So then it goes to her getting the lotto ticket. I don't know what the fuck this means. I mean, I'm assuming it's hard to get the concert tickets, but So yeah. So that's where this is. Let's see. Definitely a lot more. Okay, I can see where like the elements are. You know, like it feels like there was like a lot more exaggeration. Like it feels like the elements are there, and it was like easy for them to like be imaginative with the edits they do. Cause let's see. Kind of reminds me a bit of Love Is War and how they had a lot of different things. Like they're definitely a lot more extra with the edits they do, which is fully appreciated. Okay, so everything here is like the first chapter. It looks like. What the fuck? Wait, hold on. When did this like? think I'll somehow make it to the dome. Yeah, no, he definitely, bro. What the fuck, dude? That's crazy. Okay, dude's fucking serious. Holy shit. Okay. And then all this is this thing. Are all the chapters that long, or is it just because that was?
However you book.
Okay, so yeah, it just kind of the first episode adapted. I'm not fully caught up, but I'll probably look a little more into it. Oh, next is you and I are polar opposites. Read. I actually did have this on my read list, but I never got it. Honestly, it feels like they went for a lot of like immediately just straight off the bat. It feels like they went for a large, like a more cartoonish feel to it. Like this feels like very like manga. Like you can tell like how do I put this? Like like the generic anime manga art style. This feels like you can see like the remnants of, oh yeah, it's a manga, but like it already feels like a bit more cartoonish, and it feels like for the anime they definitely leaned a lot more into that. Now, another 2 minutes more. Did this happen in the anime? I don't remember this. Oh no, man, my memory's just slipping. No, this shit got me tripping. I could not believe that. Did he? The hand holding. Okay, this is gonna be like one example of what I mean by like it leans into the cartoony style a lot more. I think just in general, it's a lot more round. Like the anime comes off as a lot more round. I don't know if that's like how the modern art style looks, but that's just something I've noticed. That's probably not a good example. So, yeah. And then for this next one, I don't even have to like. I'm pretty sure Oshinoko chapter 80. We're finally at the final one. Oshinoko. Chapter 80 is where I'm pretty sure it left off. Somewhere around here. This is in Spanish. Yeah, 81. Okay, that makes sense. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Pop in too. I'm gonna see if there's anything that specifically stands out to me. I'm surprised because they didn't. Now that I'm thinking about it, this chapter was definitely a lot shorter. Like this was. Oh, it's probably because they moved it. They made it more like explaining everything that happened, and then they transitioned into that. That's probably what it was. Yeah, because I remember like Book 9? I'm not sure. Book 9. Wait, so when did the opening play? Oh, it was 5 minutes in. Okay, never mind. Why did I think it was flipped? Okay. And then I'm pretty sure I don't remember this talk with the guys in the manga. Was it this dramatic in the anime? Yeah, no. As I say, I'm pretty sure in the anime it was literally just Memcho outside the building. So doing this dramatic ass pose. Oh my gosh. Dude, Oshinoko's art is like very good. Do not get me wrong when I say this, but God, it's just the anime just knocks it out of the park. Like every scene is shot so intentionally. It feels like a film. Like the angle they pick always feels like so much more particular. And like the emotions, like instead of focusing on one eye, like how they have like the full face of emotions, like Aqua sweating, that's not like there before. Like at least not as much. Like you can see like little drops here and there. Here it's like you see the whole thing, and like you zoom out more, hearing him talk. And like yeah, no. Mhm. So this is where the new episode today started off. Okay, yeah. Was it this late into it? I feel like this was more like Ruby was talking to Ichiko and then they transitioned. I'm just bad, or I guess I'm just bad at remembering the order of things. My least favorite Oshinoko character. I don't know if I want to say least favorite because, like, even then, I still like her. Okay, because when I say least favorite, I'm thinking of like of the main cast. not like side characters. And I'm not counting Hikaru either. But I think like from a writing standpoint, my least favorite character is Akane. From a writing standpoint. Um it's between like Akane and then maybe I. Uh Mainly because they suffer from different problems, or not even problems, but like they have it's more so that like I don't dislike them as characters. I just think the other characters are better. So like with Akane, she has a very strong start, and even like with this season, she's still gonna be like it's still gonna be like strong. The issue is that after you know a certain event that happens later on in the season that I'm not going to spoil, um, she does become like pretty irrelevant afterwards. And with it's more just like she doesn't get a lot of screen time. And as well written as her characters, I can't sit here and pretend like she's my favorite one. That I would choose Ai Hoshino over Kana Arima. That I would choose Ai Hoshino. Like I enjoy Ai more than Ruby, but like from a writing standpoint, I have to give it to Ruby. There's no way I'm choosing her over Aqua. That's just my take on it. But yeah, so they did add an additional shot. So that's everything covered so far this season that I'm watching. Maybe I'll add Hell's Paradise to this and JJK, but it really does feel like my mood. Thank you for everyone here. I will probably be doing this again on like Wednesday, maybe start Sundays. I don't know. I'm figuring it out, but it's been fun. Uh Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.